will automatically complete the union. So it's like a very interesting project. Government of Dubai paid for it. I didn't make any money other than my salary. So still I don't feel excited about it because I don't make money. Again, there was a project government funded, and the Gulf News actually published BMW launches the world's first flying car. It's not actually a flying car, it's an illusion as well. It's just a balloon. But it's so finely formed. There were those, German artists who came in, and we spent like 1.5 months, days and nights, to bringing it closer to perfection. And I was the director of that project too. So again, there was no personal gain, but I'm learning that things can be done. Things could be done with different teams. Different ideas can be brought in life. So, but still I'm not making extra money other than my salary. There is a Polish company. I made money from 250,000 dirhams, which is still a good money in Pakistan. This in year 2002, we created a walk-through screen. So this is actually a projection in the middle air. And what will happen? You'll see this guy going on the other side of the screen and doing stuff. So I thought that I made good money out of it, but I still believe the company who actually bought it from me made more money. So I'm still finding out that, Farhan, there is something wrong. You still are not getting the full benefit out of your own skills. So I wanted to move forward. Okay, now this is an American company, IO2. Anyone heard of it? Chad Diner is the founder and the CEO of this company, an American. It's the world's first video hologram. And I'm still talking, you are in year 2012 today. This is year 2004. So what I learned, there were two things. One, we were too early for the market. People couldn't digest it. And it was too expensive for them. For example, this video hologram. Why is the video not running? You see? This is in the air. You can actually pass it like this. The fog screen, the walkthrough screen was a dry fog principle. But this one was different. This is what we created. Basically, आपने वो देखा होगा गर्मियों में पानी का सेक जो निकलता है कभी हवा में तो आपको vapors नजर आए water vapors. So we created those water vapors to actually float in the middle air, and then through different fans where we call it air blades. Through air blades we actually pulled them in form of a screen, and mixing the RGB lamps of infrared and visible light, we were able to create a light spectrum which would stay in the middle of here. It creates more dramatic effect because we did a chroma of keystoning, and we removed the background. So all the 3D images you see in a transparent background. That's why you feel it's 3D, but it's not 3D. It's just it's a two-dimensional thing. But we actually ran 3D videos on it, so it looks like a 3D stuff to you. And then we added interactivity to it because we had the capabilities on the magic floor. So we can actually track where the finger is, where it is touching, and we can trigger software to do different stuff. But it was really expensive to do. Equipment like this cost us $120,000 to build because the components are so expensive, and the precision which is required by the engineers is very difficult to achieve. And that is why I couldn't put my own money. So somebody will come to me and say, I will invest and you will charge me for your services. And that's what I've been doing all my life. So making money for people, but not for me. So this is a changing point in my life. Anyone remember this movie?
No, it's not Mission Impossible.
Anyone remembers this movie?
I do.
Anyone has heard of Minority Report?
Minority.
Yes.
Alright. This is a movie which changed my life, man. You need to really look at it again. Look at this scene. And this is a particular scene which changed my life. So what happens is, what I've been building so far was not clever. It was smart, not clever. This was something clever. This is giving intelligence to the computer to recognize you and then greet you by your name. Right? This is something which was not even done in game industry at that time. There was nothing. So one of my friends, he was the country manager for Armani shootings in Dubai, a Spanish guy called Michael. Michael and me were watching this movie, and that is when he really disturbs my mind by saying, Farhan, you're a techie. Why don't you build a system where my customer walks into the store and my store manager greets him by his name even though he has never met him? And, you know, he can tell him that what did he purchase last time and ask about how is it going. I said, it's possible. I can do it. I can make it happen. And I would say I couldn't sleep that very night, that very week. I couldn't sleep of excitement because I could do it. But this required a lot more commitment and time. So what happened is, that is when I decided to leave my job. Even though they told me take vacations, take off. There was something else happening in my personal life. I got divorced at the same time. I had to come back, and I had a baby girl to take care of. I was a single parent. There were many reasons that I had to actually leave the government job. At the same time, I had a new dream to pursue in life, and I decided to come back to Pakistan to do it. Because my first dream was to build a Pakistani technology brand we can go global. But this was an idea I wanted to bring to Pakistan, not in UAE. Not to be done in UAE to be called it a UAE product. To be done it in Pakistan and call it a Pakistani product. So I came to Pakistan. And that is where this was a long process. It won't happen overnight. It will take years to build. Years. But I know the day I will build it, it will make me a billionaire. Because there are so many applications. And what happens is that I have a lot of money. I sold all my cars, sold my apartment. I come back to Pakistan, I have a lot of money. And when you have money, you have to do something with it. So in Pakistan, there was a trend of new banks being opened. The mobile companies were coming in. There were a lot of new credit cards. There were a lot of new scratch cards and all that stuff. And there was a technology I was working on with the government of Dubai to build their new driving license. And that actually helped me print 5,600 DPI on plastic, on clear plastic, through a normal inkjet printer, ordinary inkjet printer. And that was a technology I built with my Taiwanese research fellow. His name is Alberto. He's based out in China. And it was like we had a deal. And we said, I'll take Far East, you take the rest of the world. And I was like, wow, I'll take the rest of the world, great. And you take Far East. What happens is, his mother works for the government of China. And she got a deal with the government of China to manufacture 1.2 billion national ID cards on our technology. because I didn't get a cent from